Right, I've just had lunch in the cafe. It's very nice. So now I want to carry on having a look at the roses and look at what was my favourite, which is Phyllis Bide. My favourite climbing, rather rambling rose anyway. And for some reason it's not been, well, some of it's been dead-headed, but most of it hasn't. And there is no sign of it flowering again, unfortunately. So whether they just haven't got round to it, well, it's been a bit snipped off there. There's been some chopping back, but that's probably just stopped people walking past catching their arms on it or whatever. So yeah, that's a little bit disappointing that maybe if they had dead-headed it, it would now be throwing out new shoots, because there's no real new growth on there, so I can't see that flowering again this year. That's the Shropshire Lad, which was one of my favourite climbers, and again that has been dead-headed, but again that seems to be slow to put out new shoots and new buds, so that's a little bit disappointing. Malvern Hills here, which is the one on each side, that one looks in quite as good a health. It looks a little bit yellow compared to this one. This looks in much better health. That way south as well, so maybe that's got something to do with it. These roots are permanently in shade because of this yew hedge, whereas that's permanently in the sun, so maybe, I don't know, maybe that's a little bit drier, but that doesn't look as healthy as this one. And this is a rambler, but this is supposedly a rambler that will repeat flower, and you can see they have dead-headed this. Well, just about. There's that one there, which I'll pull off. They have dead-headed that, and you can see all these new shoots coming out, so that will, you see some little buds there, that will flower again in a few weeks' time. In fact, there's still a little bit there. In fact, there's a little bit just flowering over there that you can't see. So Malvern Hills, very nice, and the foliage is very nice as well. It's got these quite elongated, narrow leaves. So Malvern Hills is a very nice rambler. So yeah, I'm just going to walk over here. Again, most of these ramblers are just flower, they just flower once, so you're not going to see them again this year. But some of them are very nice, nicely formed, and really just good plants on their own, even when they're not flowering, which is important. Yeah, Shropshire Lad again. It's been trimmed, it's been chopped back, dead-headed, but again it seems quite slow to come. This looks to be quite an old plant actually. There's quite a lot of dead wood in there that needs taking out. But yeah, and same here with Generous Gardener. Again, it's been dead-headed. But no sign of repeat flowering, so it's not really a Generous Gardener. It's not flowering again, not yet anyway. So come in here. Right, so yeah, there's still a little bit. This is Generous Garden. It's gorgeous flowers and a lovely scent. So that's just the last of the first flush. There's a little new growth there, but nothing else really. But this is the garden that I like, because if I was to grow a garden, it wouldn't just be a purely rose garden. I like to see contrasts of height, texture, pattern, contrasting with the roses. So this looks to be a good repeat flowerer, because this was fully in flower when I came towards the end of June, and you can see all this new growth. It's been dead-headed, and there's a little bit of the final flowers of the first flush, and you can see the new buds coming. Shows what will happen if you deadhead straight after flowering. So that's Harlow Car, and that's masses more to come on that. And this is the reason why I like to see different planting, because just look at that, absolutely covered in bees, loads and loads of bumblebees. This is absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, I think it's related to the Hebes, Veroicastrum, because Hebes are Veronica, aren't they, if I remember right? Absolutely stunning. So when your roses aren't in flower, you want to have other things in your garden to give interest. An Alströmera there. Oh, we've got a butterfly coming in. Perfect timing. Absolutely beautiful. It's so warm and sheltered now. The sun's come out. This little China one, again, the bees like this. Needs a little bit of deadheading. There's lots more to come. It is a good repeat flower of that, because again, I've got this photograph of this in flower at the end of August. So yeah. By the way, I keep saying this on when I record, but if my phone might just run out as I'm talking, because I don't know how much space I've got left. Charles Darwin. So there is some new growth coming. Good old Charlie. Skylark. What's that? Just beautiful. So you've still got that flower, and you've still got all this new growth, which is going to produce more flower. You got the buds there. There's a lot more coming on that, which is Skylark. Lovely scent as well. Nice kind of mid-pink. Grace again. This is that really nice one that I like. And it needs a bit of deadheading, but you can see where it has been deadheaded. There is a little bit of new growth coming. But again, if you remember, the last one was in a pot, and I think that they're being fed constantly in a pot, whereas they're not being fed constantly out here. And it looks like there's much more growth, many more buds on the one in a pot. And Verbena bonariensis, which the butterflies love. There's Campanula back there. Absolutely beautiful. Oh, that's an old English rose hybrid called Mrs. Doreen Pike. It's a lovely shape, that, even when it's not in flower. Rosamundi. If you want a magenta and white one, The Nepeta is absolutely covered in bees. Just beautiful. Lady of the Lake at the back. Again, there's some new shoots there, so we may get some more flowers later on. Tranquility. Oh, that's just gorgeous. So, yeah, still needs a little bit of deadheading and not a lot coming afterwards. Falstaff climbing. Beautiful Aster. Salvias have been cut back a little bit. Not as floriferous as they were when I last came, but they're still providing a show. And there's probably more bees now than there were back then. Lady Emma Hamilton, which looks very similar to Lady of Shalott, but I don't think it repeats quite as well. There is quite a lot of new growth on it, but there's not as many buds within that new growth. Let's go around here. A beautiful euphorbia. That's a bit of a wow factor in this sunlight. Needs to be again some purple-leaved plant, or even Lady Emma Hamilton. The new purple shoots of that against that would set each other off brilliantly. Poet's Wife, lots of buds now on the Poet's Wife. It's been dead-headed, so that's a good one for repeat flowering. Masses of buds on there. Absolutely superb. Look at the Nepeta, the lamb's ears. Bees tend to love that, but yeah, there's one or two on there, but they really love the Nepeta. The shepherdess. Helenium. Winchester Cathedral. Plane going overhead. Yeah. Charles Rennie Mackintosh. Oh well. Oh, that's different. That's very different. That. Not doesn't seem to be very good with the rain, but lovely scent. Gentle Hermione again, or Hermione, however you pronounce it, Hermione.
It isn't too bad. Oh, this smells nice. Oh, this one's really pretty. That's the hybrid.
Maid Marian.
Yeah, there's plenty of new growth on that. This looks to be a good repeat flowerer. That's Maid Marian, and it smells Absolutely gorgeous.
Isn't it? It smells lovely.
Beautiful. Should have been here a month ago when they
Well,
were
yes.
all out.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, and they just come in to repeat the second time in August, I think. So
Well, we can enjoy what we can see.
absolutely. Right, got some lovely hips on that. Look at the hips on that. Oh, it might only flower once, but Jesus Christ. Oh, that is so strong. That is so strong. Rosa rugosa, Alba, white rose of Yorkshire. So of course I would have to have that one in my garden.
And I appreciate that honesty. Yes.
Those beautiful hips in autumn are just going to be stunning. And I think it has, yeah, looking at some of the older leaves, it probably has really nice autumn foliage as well. Susan Williams Ellis, in lots of new lovely purple growth. And a nice scent.
It's a weed, but it's a pretty weed. Lots of people grow it.
Right, I'm going to stop recording for a bit, so bye for now.